and sisters, I'm here along with my dragon by my side, but he resembles my dragon very much because sometimes I love to take him because he looks so much like my dragon. Like, oh, you are beautiful. You know what this dragon doesn't do? My real dragon does do. You know, my dragon has a strong smell over him. You know, how can a spirit smell? That is what I wondered myself. But in the beginning of my path, and also before that, I had this smell that was always joining me. Always, even though I was showering all the time, I was having all of this deodorant over. I still had this odor of the dragon, and I didn't understand why. Why in the beginning, but also later on, once I had my awakening from the dragon. Um, once I had my awakening, this strong smell was always present, and I started to love this smell. It's like a protection that I had. Once my dragon was close, I was always having these smells all the time. It was a strong smell, I admit. It's a strong, and I sometimes even believe that dragons, you know, humans don't like the odor of dragons. They have this strong smell over them, and not every dragon is smelling the same. All of the dragon has a unique smell. All of the dragons has a unique deodorant, you can say. But I loved it. I loved it so much. But yeah, it was much more difficult in my life because they said, "Oh my goodness, my goodness." Sometimes people say this. You smell bad. And I said, "How come? I just showered." Yeah, but you still smell like hell. And I said, "How come?" Yeah, that is because my dragon always is close with me, always try to touch me, always even though sometimes even touching me like this and even going inside of me. How can a spirit smell that strong? Because dragons are not spirits of the dead. Dragons are spirits of eternity. Dragons are spirits of protection. Dragons are spirits with a body. They still have a body inside of the realms, and this is the body that you can smell. This is one of the senses, the strong senses that you can have once your dragon is close. The smell is different. The smell of the dragon is going to be different all the time. Even their breath, my brothers and sisters, once they are breathing inside of you, I mean, not inside of you, but breathing inside of your nose, with your nose, I mean, you can smell that. How unbelievable is that? It's how, like, the dragon is there so physically. And in the beginning, it was very strange. It's like the dragon was there. And I even could see the dragon with my awakening eyes because of that. And that is how I know that this is not a fantasy. The dragon is much real. I can even smell them. I can even see them. And that was the strongest thing actually that I had, the smell. The smell of my dragon. And I started to love it. I started to love the smell of the dragon. And I even came to wonder, do other people on the dragon's path smell their dragon too? I mean, this resembles very much my dragon, you know. Can you imagine the smell of my dragon? Can you imagine that? Um, but I started to love it because once I was smelling the dragon, I felt secure and safe. I felt like the wings are wrapping around me once I had the smell of the dragon that was close by. I didn't like it if I didn't smell my dragon. I had moments that I didn't smell it, that I was just walking inside of the forest or doing my job, and I did not had the smell of my dragon. It means that, oh my goodness, is my dragon gone? No, no. Is my dragon gone? No, it doesn't mean that. It just means that your dragon is much lesser, yeah, strong in that moment. It can depend on the time of year even. In the time of year, for example, if the time of year is wrong, then you will connect with your dragon much lesser because the dragon doesn't manage to go through the gate all the time. You need to help your dragon with that. In doing so, you connect with the dragon. You try to reach out for the dragon and try to use your powers because dragon witches have powers. It's not like powers like you, like the Force or something like this, or Harry Potter, or no, it's not that kind of power. It's draconic power. It's to open the gate for the dragon because the dragon is actually not allowed to come here. The dragon moves heaven and earth and also trying to be a rebel, to be by your side. But it's something that you have to want. It's something that you need to want to have the dragon by your side. And the first time in my awakening, it immediately struck me. Immediately, it was like this entire house, my entire area was smelling a smell that I remembered, a smell that I did had before, once I was young or something like that, or even before that. I recognized the smell immediately. It was a sense that I will never forget. Even when we are now in this forest, I smell my dragon. How does my dragon smell? Um, he smell a bit like, yeah, like, how can I say it? It's something from nature. It's like a flower, but most of the time people don't like this flower. I don't know the name of that flower, but people most of the time don't like to smell this flower. But whenever I had this smell, it's like, ooh, it smells like my dragon. But I love that. I love the smell. The downside is because the dragon is so much close to me that the dragon gives me the smell, and sometimes people even smell my dragon. That they wonder themselves, how come that you stink like that? I don't know. I just showered. But I don't want to get a shower to get out of it because I love it. I love the smell of it. It's not that I want to get rid of. I even sleep much better once I could smell my dragon. Whenever I do, whenever I smell my dragon, I even dream about my dragon. It's like he infiltrates inside just a smell alone, inside of my dreams and visions. That is how the dragon can come before us, before a lot of senses that start to work. And one of these senses is, of course, your odor, their odor, their smell. My goodness, their smell is unique. You can say the smell of the dragon is unique, and you can sometimes smell them in a physical way. Whenever you do that, just write it down. Just remember it, that you sometimes have this smell that always returns, and you don't know where it comes from. Well, a smell that you just say, where does that come from? I'm not even out of the house, I'm not even inside of nature, yet I always smell this same strange odor that you can say, and you don't even know where it comes from. Sometimes you just have to don't look further than in spirituality, because dragons are so powerful inside of spirits, that the spirits that they are so powerful, so much alive, that they can even let themselves be known inside of flesh and blood. And this flesh and blood is something that you can also smell. What you sometimes also can smell is how they can come through the portal, you can say, from the dragon realms to our side. It's very far away, and the dragon is struggling to go through it. Even that gives a smell away. Even that, you can say that your dragon is very much close. Uh, of course, but it's something that people don't seem to like. People don't seem to like this smell, and sometimes even me, I get sometimes in trouble because of this. People say, "Oh my goodness, take a shower," and I said, "But I just did." But yeah, I cannot be. It can, that is, when you come close to me, it can be that you smell my dragon. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry, but actually, I'm not sorry because I love it. I love the smell, and I love also my dragon, and he can come to me and touch me whenever he desires it. The more, the better. So the more the better that I smell his body, the more that I feel secure and safe, and that I know that he's very close, and I want nothing more than that. So yeah, but yeah, these are one of the signs, very much signs, and one of the signs that is very powerful with me. How do I know that my dragon is close? Of course, there are a lot of things that we can take in thought, that whenever your dragon is close, there are a lot of things that happen, physically, spiritually, feelings, emotions, but also physical. Like I said, physical, in a physical way, that you can smell your dragon. You can even touch your dragon sometimes. Sometimes when your dragon is very much close, there is even a chance that you can even touch your dragon and your dragon touches you. But with me, the strongest thing is, of course, the smell, and I want to smell this every single day. Once I don't smell it, I'm just like panicking, like, oh my goodness, is the dragon gone? I don't smell him, unless, like, oh my goodness, panic. And even my bed, my entire bedroom smells of dragon, smells of my dragon, and I want nothing more than that. Even I see a lot of people actually who desires nothing better than just smelling their dragon. They have a strange, but also very lovable smell to them. And I love to smell it every single day because now I'm smelling of my dragon, and it's something that it's an honor to smell like my dragon. You know, I want nothing more than that. It's an honor, my brothers and sisters. So this is one of the signs that your dragon is close. The smell of your dragon.